Bro, that man has early dementia signs.
Between that and his eating habits. What is going on? Welcome to Ruu S Room, where we get into the nitty gritty of the artists and creatives in the Aussie scene. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid, and today we've got my guy Comar. He is an Italian-Australian artist posted up on the Central Coast. This is where we are at right now. My guy Tech, who's behind the camera, me and him just made the trip up. So
Central Coast fine. We had to do it.
We had to do it. He's put out a number of songs this year, project last year. There's actually a song that just came out called J Dilla.
Yes.
Make sure you go check that out. And the videos with it as well.
Yeah, I'll drop it this same day, most likely.
So the video's out as well.
Yeah.
How are you doing? And not just like we run into each other at the studio. How are you doing? Like for real, how are you doing?
I'm great. Life is very good.
That's good.
It's good. That's a good place right now.
That's good. How cliche question alert. How has your 2023 been with releases? I know you had this goal of doing like a release a month towards the top of the year, and then you went to Europe. Yeah. And then it's not like it slowed down, but it slowed down a little bit. Yeah. And then we got J Dilla. So yeah, how's your 2023 releases been?
I mean, it's been so like both sides of the spectrum. Like I've done a lot of great stuff. Like my songs played on Earth for the first time. Mm-hmm. We were on Rage with videos playing behind us. We were on Rage, and then the sing was going well. And then I just midway through I wasn't happy. I kind of forced myself to put everything out. And we were rushing. Me and Kieran were rushing those songs. Kieran as in Luna, our producer.
Yes, we're behind the camera as we speak.
Well, whose house we're at right now.
And there, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, but it felt like we were rushing a lot of songs, and I was just like, I just wasn't happy with it, so I took a break. And also, life was just a busy year. I got back from Europe. I had surgery.
Yes, you did.
That's what it is.
Yeah, no, I feel you. It's one of those things where in this modern society of music, where you're like, okay, I need to stay putting shit out, but if you don't feel like you're putting out quality stuff, or you feel like you've run out of ideas and you're like, what's next? Then it's like, you just don't become happy with it. I assume that's a similar vibe.
100%. Well, I used to be just like an arsehole about it, but I'll be like, no one puts music out, I'm gonna put everything out, just be like, I'm gonna be at everyone's throat, and then I realized like, there's a reason why people hold stuff.
Take a break,
like, just relax, focus on the
let a release happen. Yeah, let a release happen. Yeah. No, for sure. But it's necessary. We gotta figure these stuff out early, so then we know not to make those mistakes, or however you see it for later.
Yeah, exactly.
So like we mentioned, we're on the Central Coast. We're at Luna's place right now. Why here? Why this location?
I mean, it kind of was the birth point of everything. Like I didn't really do a lot of music before I met Luna. Mm-hmm. I'd done a few songs with some mates from school, and he was producing with people who went to my high school. There's a whole lot of like subsection we get into about my high school rap scene. Yeah. But anyway, we came here one time after a party, which actually the shirt I wore at that party, which is hilarious. But
did you plan that? That was coincidental?
No, I wanted to wear the shirt because it's a cool shirt. But
and you just realized?
Yeah, I did mention earlier, but anyway. Yeah, we did like one song, like a group project, and then me and him were just like, we like working together. So up in his bedroom, before this was built, we did like every song I made, and then we moved down here.
Nice.
And the reason I really want to come back is because the single that is coming out, J Dilla, we did half of it. We did when we did Bliss, but then we finished it pretty much all here. So it kind of felt like it'd be right to come back.
Legendary session.
A legendary
Bliss and J Dilla in one session.
It's crazy to think about, but
no,
it's a great session.
It's cool to have a space that especially when you meet someone and you click that much. It's like, let me keep coming back to this space. You go from the upstairs to downstairs, and this is a crazy space. Shout to Luke.
This is what, like, I always wondered why he was broke for so long. Like, because he lives with his parent, but like, you see all the gear in here, bro. It's all he's spending all his money on. So much stuff off camera. It looks so cool, but
for sure. You can't go wrong with a classic home studio. Obviously, we're at places where we're getting into more professional studios and stuff like that, but when you got a home studio like this that looks super quality and has got legit gear, it's like nothing beats it, to be honest.
Plus that home, it's just nice to be able to, instead of driving an hour and a half to go see like MJ Song, Guano, and Bank, like it's nice to just drive 15 minutes down.
For sure.
Just chill.
For sure. And me and you met through me and you met through you hit me up to do a Great with you.
Yes.
Out of the blue, but I heard of you through the cook up,
Yes.
which I talked about a little bit with
I've heard stories of.
yes, but you weren't ever on it, which I keep mistaking that you were on it.
Well, it's fair because I didn't really know the Sydney scene because how I heard of you, I don't know if you remember when Johnny from the Burbs, or who goes by Bongus now, he did Discord sessions all through lockdown 2021.
Yes.
You must have been at one.
Right.
I
it was like
you.
Post the cook up.
Yes.
Yeah.
It must have been after.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I heard about you. But then I was just like, I had this song, and I was just like, I think Ruu would do a great feature.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was brought up with that cook up. I didn't even, I heard stories afterwards from everyone there because like everyone I worked with was there now.
Yeah.
Like Bart, Francisco.
Yeah.
Friday was there apparently.
I didn't even remember that.
Well, I thought, you know, Elijah Sommer, he put something up when Friday dropped the EP. It was a bunch of songs from that cook up.
Wow.
And Friday's song God was there next to Bart XL. And I was like, what? Bart XL and Friday in the same room. And look at where Friday's gone now.
That's wild.
I think
that's all.
I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong.
Please double check, Fabian. I want to know. But yeah, so we went through that. Great with you. We did that. I recorded that with Buzz, and then I guess the rest is history.
Bro, first Spotify editorial too. We got
facts.
That was crazy.
Same with my first, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Dope. That's the funniest part. I put zero effort into programming because I just done a mad single run anyways, and I was just like, let's put it out, we chill. And then I saw Spotify. Oh god, I gotta like focus now and stuff. But yeah. So pretty much from there we worked on Bliss as well. Bliss.
We worked on a couple other tracks here and there. Whether some will come out, whether some might come out, some might not. But there's still cool tracks that we worked on. But
100%.
since then we just kept getting in.
My favorite people to collab with.
Nah, you say it. You too, man. You too. All right. So as you probably know because you watched a number of the episodes.
Yes. Shout out Bart XL's episode.
That was a wild fucking episode. I'm still stressed about that episode. I have PTSD from that episode. Shout out to Bart though. Obviously we don't ask the typical questions, so tell me about your latest release type stuff. We try and get into the nitty gritty of you, maybe all your music, who you are as a person. So my first question to you is, what percentage of yourself do you think your circle really knows about you?
Okay, so I'd say probably like 80%. I'm pretty a pretty open guy. I like to be pretty vulnerable with my friends. I guess there's a difference between still my friends back home, my music friends. My friends back home definitely know about like 80, 90.
Right.
My music friends, other than like Kieran and maybe Issue, probably still only know about like 60.
Okay, fair enough.
But I try to wear most of who I am on my sleeve. Yeah.
Fair enough. And how much of that percentage do you think you've shared in your music so far?
I always thought it was like 90, 100, but like I recently listened to Death Soon Enough again, and I realized like I don't think I've ever been really completely honest. So I'd say at the moment there's a few songs coming out that might push it, but I'd say about 60, 70 at the moment.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think I'm still. It probably just comes down to still learning who I am as a person. Like I'm still growing up, and I've been in the kind of the same situation my whole life. I haven't had a lot of change. Yeah, been very complacent. Which is not a good thing, but I think I'm just still growing. So maybe there's one song I did recently, which I sent you Sunday. That was pretty like.
Is that the one where he didn't know the beat?
No. Oh yeah, that was the one he didn't know the beat. Yes, it was. That was that song.
Do you want to tell that story real quick? That's funny.
Okay, so back in May, I had a studio session, and Kieran sent me a bunch of beats because I was on my own. And then I only got to it like the other day. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm feeling this now. I'm gonna write. I wrote this whole thing. I sent it to him. He's like, oh, it's really vibey. Did you produce this? I'm like, you fucking stupid. It's your beat. And he had no clue. Like, bro did not have a single clue about making that beat. And it's so good. Like, it's such a nice beat too. It's so funny.
Oh, shout to
bro, that man has early dementia signs.
Between that and his eating habits.
Bro, Luna needs an episode, but not about music, just about.
Oh no, we gonna get it. I'm gonna get you. We gonna get that episode. That Ruu S Room is coming.
Ruu S Room, Luna. I can't wait. Please do it. I love that man. Trust me, Luna's like done everything for me. Like I wouldn't be anywhere without him. Sure. But, yeah, he's such a funny man. Sure.
Actually, that reminds me of also the first time I met Luna, which was at your show.
Yes.
Yeah.
At your, that later too, but yeah.
But cool. Yeah. Okay. I get what you mean about feeling like you've shared a lot, but then when you listen back after a time, it's like, huh, I really didn't share as much as I really thought. Maybe I'm not being as honest with myself or stuff like that. Obviously, also learning who you are as a person. You're still pretty young. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, just keep going through the motions of,
that's the plan.
Growing up and stuff like that. But anyway, so now we're going into the main part of this interview. Take it back to some primary school days. Do a little show and tell. And Comar's brought a few items.
Yes.
And if he hasn't brought the items, then hopefully some dope stories.
I have brought the items.
But yes, you did your homework. Too, yeah. Sweet. So let's get into that. And my first question for you is, what is something that represents who you are as a person?
Alright, so first thing I got is, well, this is a new notebook. I've gone through about 15 notebooks in my lifetime. But this was the hardest question. I genuinely didn't know if I had anything really that summed me up. But then I kind of realized I've been writing in books since I was 13.
Did it start with lyrics, or did it start with journaling? Or...
No, lyrics.
All lyrics? Okay.
I had a really cringy Eminem phase when I was 12.
Of course. Then we all.
And then and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna rap because it's cool. Wrote my first thing and thought it was the best thing ever.
That was me with 50 Cent and yeah.
But yeah, ever since then I just love writing a book. I didn't, when me and Kieran started making music first, I did kind of switch to the phone for a bit, but now I'm kind of back to the book and it feels right. It feels more personal, I think.
For sure. I agree because I also write in a book as you know. Do you feel like there's just a sense of, like you said, it feels more personal? Do you feel like that personal feeling comes through how tangible it is having it in your hands and being able to scratch out words rather than delete, and you don't see where the mistakes are and stuff like that?
Definitely. I love the mistakes in a book, or just the small ideas. When you you write 3 bars and then Kieran's nah, we're moving on to the next bit.
Okay.
It feels just I don't know. It feels more dignifying, and also I think it does tie back to just as a kid before I'd made music. Really, I just wrote songs every day.
Yeah.
And just it just reminds me of that, and kind of reminds me why I'm doing this.
Yeah. So for sure.
And as you can see, I got stickers on it now. Shout out Tommy Primer, winners only. Snark Baby Art on Fabrics. Everyone over at Arco. I used to have a Platinum before on my last one too. But yeah, I'm trying to do that now so I can support.
Nice. Is there? I mean, it's tough. As you said, you got a lot of notebooks.
Yes.
Can you think of one that you know that specific song and the moment?
Well, there is one.
That book.
There's one that I have that's gone through so many stages of my life. I started writing in it since in my final year of high school in 2020, and then I realized the other day the last song I ever wrote in it was Bliss.
Oh wow!
I would stop and start with that book so much that the last page I ever wrote was Bliss, and it's oh my god, there wasn't a lot of good songs in that book, but the fact that it went through that transformation was just really cool to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold on to that book forever.
For sure. That's another cool thing about books is when you flip back, you're oh, I can see how I've developed as an artist, how my writing has gotten better.
Yeah. And even then, the first half of Bliss I stole from an old song just because I liked how the word worked. I hated everything else in that Bible. I was the woke up song feel bliss, but I'm oh, that's cool. I'm gonna use that. And it's there. So
Nice. All right. Question number 2. What is the last sentimental gift that you received from someone?
Oh, okay. So it's slightly gift. So it's this jumper that is from Italy because my parents were there a few months ago seeing family. I went earlier in the year to see my nonna, who's 88 and lives on her own. And I hadn't seen her since I was 15, so that's about 6 years.
Right.
But when I was there, she gave me money and she's please buy something for me. And I'm well, I don't really need to buy anything right now. I generally have too much stuff.
Yeah.
But when my parents went over, she was all right, you're buying something this time. So they bought me this nice jumper with my nonna's money.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so it's a nice reminder because I don't, she's 88, I don't get to be able to go to Italy. I don't know how long. I don't know if I'll ever get to see her again. Obviously. It's a bit sad, but it's something that kind of
for sure
it means a bit to me, I guess. I don't have the words for it, but it does kind of mean a lot, and I'll need to find better fits for it so I can wear it more.
No, I feel you.
But yeah.
I feel you. No, it is tough, and it's also something I can relate to, especially with the family. Maybe not so much the a grandmother who's at that age, apart from but more so the distance thing, and with family and obviously being in Australia has a lot of dope things about it in regards to like some of the privileges.
Yes.
And I know obviously Italy probably has its pros as well, obviously, but is it one of those places that you're like, dang, you wake up sometimes and you're like, I wish I lived there, like.
Maybe not Milan, because that's where my dad's side of my family's from Milan, and I love it, but it's not the nice place in Rome. But I did go to Rome when I went overseas, and it was like one of those times. I was like, oh god, I'd love to live here. It's just so nice. But yeah, I mean, Australia's a great country. It's just very disconnected from everything, and it's very behind with times.
A lot of time, yeah.
Like, I mean, we do hip hop, bro, and they like, especially Central Coast, like. No one knows what the hell is hip hop here.
Yeah,
you go to a club, they're talking about we're about to play R&B and play "Humble" by Kendrick Lamar. Like, what? Like, come on.
It's not R&B.
But yeah, like Australia's great though. It's a very beautiful place.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess sometimes I do certain parts of the world, but yeah, I like where I live. I'm pretty happy with Australia. So
no, for sure. And is there a key memory from just being in Italy as well? Like I know there's probably so many, but like one that just stands out. Like,
oh, that's a tough. Sorry, that's a really tough one. I'm trying to think.
Maybe from your last trip. Actually, no. I'm not gonna box you in.
No, that's okay. I'm generally trying to think because we have a lot of. I mean, last time I went, I just got some nice time because I've never been to Italy on my own. Mm-hmm. So it was me and my mum in a small, falling apart apartment.
Yeah.
And I don't know much Italian, but we just had a nice conversation. There's a lot of those. Like, those are just very nice memories I'm always going to think about. Yeah. Like, yeah, just me and her. We understood each other, but we didn't at the same time. It was just a very nice conversation. So I guess I'd say that.
No, that's really nice. I love the sentiment, and it's. As you get older, sometimes when you're in your teenage years, you're like, family, whatever. Maybe the cousin's cool, but family, blah, blah, blah. But then as you get older, you're like, wow, like I really appreciate.
My Italian cousin is not cool. He's a little shit. I love him. My cousin Leo, he's like 12. He's just the most, nice. He's just like the most like stereotypical, just like, he's always been like that as a kid. Like, like a 2-year-old running around kicking people.
Yeah.
And, like, it just was one of those. But I mean, I love him, but yeah, he's a little shit.
Fair enough. Shout out to them, I guess.
To them. Yeah, exactly. Also, one last thing about Italy. We're not doing sentimental, but the best memory I have of Italy at the moment is when I went to Rome. Dominic Fike's new album just came out, bro. So I walked around 36 degrees heat, just had that album on repeat. Peak life, man. Nice. It was so beautiful.
That's fire. All right, number 3. What's the first most important piece of equipment that you ever bought or received?
I can finally talk about Luna properly. Can you give me those? Thank you very much. Alright, so this came in like a box set. So before 2020, me and Luna just dropped 2 EPs and we're kind of doing music seriously. Yeah. We probably finished the album at that point, but he was like, you should get stuff for home, just like to get ideas out. Yeah. So he recommended me this box set from JB Hi-Fi with Audio Technica stuff. So he gave me this mic. This headset, I got it all for my birthday. And then lockdown happened, which was like the best time ever. Yeah. So then,
demo after demo.
And it came specially clutch in the second lockdown in 2021 where I literally did like every single song I put out at home. Like Great With You, Relax, Drown, we're all recorded at home using this. Yeah. And you remember your mic? That thing, yes. That used to be mine, the thing behind you, the little pop filter kind of thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I use that at home. So yeah. So it'd be these stuff, yeah. This doesn't really work anymore. As you can see, I yanked it out.
Nice.
The laptop, pretty too hard. But I still use this mic for demos.
Oh, nice.
It's still very useful. But yeah. That's
nice
stuff.
How much do you think you've learned from Luna about equipment?
God, that's like so much. He's told me everything. Like, he's told me how to like rough mix. He's told me how guitars work. He's told me how to record compressors. Everything engineer-wise and production-wise, I've pretty much learned from him. But yeah.
What's like the one piece of equipment that's like you didn't know about it, and then now you're like, holy shit! Either I need it or I got it.
God, I don't even know. You were telling me about this stuff earlier. I don't know if we can get a video of it, but
pick it up for you. There's a light one at the top.
Light one at the top, like this thing.
No, not that thing.
No. This one, sorry. It's really heavy. It's made from complete steel, but it's like a Dolby. What is it again?
It's a old tape hiss remover, but when I mod it, it takes the tape hiss. Instead of denoising it, it adds the noise at the top end and it makes a real sparkly vocal.
Yeah.
Right.
It works like compressors and stuff, doesn't it?
No. You just run a vocal through it. It sounds nice.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's like a filter kind of. Like you get rid of the top end and stuff. But yeah, it's really cool. And it's just like, something today, I was just like, this is just a really cool story. I know.
Cool.
But yeah, I kept gems from him like about that all the time. For sure. Like, it would genuinely, there's so much equipment that I just be like, oh, that's really cool. But also, I'm not a very engineer type of guy. I like writing my
It's like, yeah, that sounds cool.
That's my
anyway.
reaction to a lot. Like, a lot of it is just like really cool stuff. But yeah.
It's cool to know about.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's just like, oh shit, that does that? Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll let you think about that.
You can put that down. It's like, they're made of pure like steel or something, isn't it?
It's like almost pure steel, I think, the front.
It's pretty heavy.
No, I remember the first session. I think it was the Bliss session.
Probably.
That was the first session.
Yes.
And as soon as we walk in, and then Luna's asked, "Oh yeah, what mic do you use? What preamp? What?" And I was like,
he's a little nerd. Like, in the most respectful way possible, he's a little nerd.
Nah, but you know, it made me go, okay, I need to pay attention to this shit for next time when I'm working with someone who actually needs to ask those questions.
It worked because he's the most technical guy in the world, and I'm just like I want to write everything. Like, yeah. I'm very lyrical based, but he's like, what does it sound like? It works. It's probably the best fusion you can get, realistically.
Yeah, for sure. I remember I messaged Nico. I was like, what's this mic?
What is it?
What are our presets? So yeah, nice. Okay, cool. It's classic. The headphone mic combo. Yeah, definitely.
Legendary.
All right, number 4. What's an object from or that represents one of your favorite gigs or sessions?
All right, so let me get it. It's this little poster from the release party we did last year. The Death Soon Enough release party with guest appearance from Rito, Johnny, who goes by Bungus now, Bart, Hey Astro about Doxson. Special guest Ruu, obviously, and Mo for Owen's set, Hey Astro set. But I mean, like, this was just like one of the greatest nights of my life. Like, we got like 70 Central Coast people down to the Burdekin on a Thursday. Like, it was crazy. It's my first time performing too. Like,
no, for sure.
And throwing an event myself. Like, God, it was stressful. Like, because I was doing it myself. I'm just like, but like, it was great. It was one of the best nights of my life. It was beautiful.
It was a dope night. I remember. Like, I wasn't there for the whole time, I remember, because there was also another gig at the Oxford Arts, which is literally around the corner that same night. And I really wanted to see Yao. I think Yao was performing that night. And I really wanted to see him perform, so I was kind of like rushing back and forth.
Yeah.
But I remember, was it when I arrived? It was either when I arrived or literally when I was about to get on stage. And that's when I met Luna. And I was like, hey man, and we dumped up. And then I'm behind the mic and we just like performed.
Fair enough. Yeah, because that was our first time meeting.
Yeah.
Properly. But yeah.
So, but now, like, I remember when people were singing That Great with You, I'm like...
That was crazy.
I was like, holy... Yeah.
I was doing like... That's right.
Yeah.
I generally didn't think that would be like a one that everyone knew, but I was like, I really want to do it because it's just like a nice... I needed to relax too, because I just did like the whole boom bap, like, album. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a great night. It was good. I know everyone that performed, like, meant a lot to me that stage. Like, the Doxy, we did Artillery AP... One of my favourite people would just be around at that point. Owen, we came, like, Hey Astro, we came up together, kind of. He's done so much. It's just so impressive. Like, I'm so grateful for that, man. Johnny and Bart really got me in the Sydney scene. Like, Johnny especially, and then Bart was just like, we'll talk about later, one of my closest friends at that point. And then Rito, fortunate to give one of the best features on the album.
Oh, for sure. Like, for sure. Shout out to Rito. Flex.
What are they doing behind the camera, bro? Why is he flexing?
It's so fucking hot.
50
No, bro,
kilos.
I put my sleeves on because it's like 36 degrees in here.
You gotta send me that. I want to put that in.
What was that? Rito. You were talking about Rito, yeah.
Yes, shout out to Rito for giving myself and Rennie the Renaissance Mallaroo.
Oh, yes, he did. I missed that. I was so pissed I missed that because I was, shout out to Rito as well for that. The worst part about our question was that it says studio session 2, and we've had so many good studio sessions, like me and like
having to choose. Well, I mean, you maybe don't have it, but if you could answer it with a studio session,
at the moment it's a 3-way tie. When I thought about it, it's the Bliss session because that was just so good. It was the strawberries. Yes, the strawberries. Kieran
he just left strawberries just open.
They're dry, bro. It was so bad.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
It's so
it's
weird.
Free. What does it do when it's out in the...
You gotta wash it! And you don't leave it out! Oh, anyways, let's not get into it.
Yeah.
There's that. There's the session between me, Kieran, Ishi, Johnny from the Burbs, Bonga, San Francisco Moto, because the World Cup finals on that night.
Yeah.
And that was also the night where we got the Ishi looks like Domingo meme going. Where Ishi rocked up to the session looking like Domingo.
Oh.
And then also the session with MJ and Guano when there was genuinely 21 people in there. That's like just an elite night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a three-way tie though, but there's plenty more.
Of course.
There's the first session we ever had at Kieran's house upstairs. Fucking Zen tournament, mate. Legendary. But yeah, there's so many.
Nah, for sure.
But gig, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're putting on a gig, what's your lineup? Your at least your dream lineup.
Ooh, all right, I'll do my dream lineup because I don't want to leak what we might be doing soon.
Local artists.
Local.
Yeah.
All right, headline Easy Zion Garcia right now.
Okay.
His new EP.
It was ridiculous.
For Friday too, because I'm a little rap for full circle right now. I'm gonna put Blair Andrews because that's my homie, and he's never gonna perform live ever because it's too much. He just can't be bothered.
Right.
Those. Who else? It's not nothing hard. I guess the balance it. We'll put it Bard XL because he's one of my favorite performers. Bard XL.
Yeah.
And AR the Eternal.
No, of course.
Those five. It's like the most weird, like no genre crossover, but like just give me all five of those, and I'm gonna have the time of my life.
Yeah, that'll be a fire. That'll be a really interesting evening.
Bro, you got Tame Impala, you got Zion storytelling, you got AR just rapping his ass off, you got Bart throwing mosh bits, and then
Yelling,
Friday just like singing and shit. Oh, it'd be beautiful though.
That'll be a wild night. Okay, we'll see.
Don't put me in charge of putting that on.
It's out. I'm clipping that. That's on socials. All right, and number 5. What is something that represents your dreams and aspirations within your field?
Alright, so this is a bit corny, obviously, but we're gonna get some albums out here. We got Ego by Tyler, the Creator, and we got Cause the Internet by Charles Gambino. These are just bodies of work and eras of artists that like always. That was what I want to do. I want to make like worlds of my music. I generally want to do that. I need to figure out how to. Sorry, Kieran's best, but. Like I listen to these and I watch all the interviews, all the videos, everything that comes along with these albums, and I'm just like, that's artistry. That's what I want to do
For sure.
Especially this one changed my life. Like generally, going through the Because the Internet law changed my life. I was like, holy god, so good.
Where were you when that dropped?
Well, I was 13. I only listened to Eminem when it dropped.
Let me reword that
Oh
question.
no, 2013. I was in year 5. I was in primary school when this dropped.
Okay, then let me reword the question. Where were you when you heard it the first time?
So in 2016, when I was starting to broaden my horizons, like listening to Kendrick and Cole, I went on YouTube and 3005 rocked up in my search bar, and I listened to it, and I was like, this might be one of the greatest songs ever written. And then I went on a whole like Charles Gambino thing. I watched Atlanta after that too, like went through his whole thing, and Awaken My Love was coming out as well at that point, because 2016 was the year of Gambino.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect time to find him. But that whole period, yeah, like that was my Gambino love style.
I think he dropped the EPs that year. The one with Sober on it.
Oh, Quiet, no, Quiet is 2014.
That's 14? Oh,
It's right after Because the Internet.
Actually, you're right. Because I remember listening to it in high school.
16, I remember I was into Gambino, and then Me and Your Mama came out like a few months after. And then Redbone came out, and I was like, oh god, this is like amazing.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, these two albums, beautiful. What I want to do. I want to make the best albums I can that I love, and do loads around.
For sure. Would you get your art pressed on vinyl?
If I could, we wanted to for Destin enough, but like too expensive.
Nah, I feel you.
Especially as independent, it's so expensive. But yes, one day, hopefully.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right. I've got a couple more questions left, but before we get into that, it wouldn't be a Ruu interview if we didn't have a game. So I know you've watched a couple episodes, so I assume you know what's coming up.
Yeah,
what I'm going to get Comar to do is build your ultimate collab track.
Alright, let's cook.
You got 4 artists. You can include yourself if you want. If you don't have to, and you can just exec the track, but that's totally up to you. You have to choose one producer and one videographer.
Okay. Alright. So I had so many ideas for this one. I remember hearing that, but I'm gonna go with my guns. Production. I'm sorry, Luna. I'm putting MJ Soul on it.
Okay.
And sorry, Ishi too. Ishi's gonna hate me, but I'm putting MJ Soul because
Is she already producing the Bart one?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Ishi. I've got so many songs with Ishi. It don't matter. We're putting MJ Soul in production because they're gonna make the greatest hip hop Australian song ever. I gotta put AR the Eternal.
Okay.
Like we've heard so many MJ songs, but we'll put AR the Eternal. Zion Garcia. Put Ruu on it. I'll put you.
Oh, okay.
I'll put Ruu on there. One last lyricist.
You're not gonna put yourself?
I could, but like, too much pressure. No, I want to see who else I can chuck on actually. Like, it just in terms of like great lyricists right now. There's so many to choose from. Like, I could choose Legacy. I could choose Guano even. I could choose Bart can rap, bro. Like, genuinely, like Bart can rap if he wants to. Damn, it's actually such a hard question.
That's what I love about it.
It's like I also like. There's so many ways you could take that question too. Okay, I'll go on it.
Yeah,
Throw
why
me on
not?
it. Fuck it. AR, Zion, Ruu, Comar. Produced by MJ Soul.
And shot.
Video by Katashi Films. I'm putting. Like, J Dilla's great is coming out, but man, something about that Bliss video. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, best shit.
Yeah,
but
for
yeah.
sure. For
I'll
sure.
put Katashi. I'll put Aztec on the filming.
Shout out to Tech.
Legacy, he did get snubbed from my posse cut, but also we've heard AR, Legacy, Ruu, Comar so many times. Switch it up a bit, even though there's another Comar Ruu, but on MJ production.
Yeah, it is different. A little different, and I'm keen to jump on some MJ
Yes,
production.
MJ, send this man some beats. Send me some beats. Send everyone some beats.
Cool. All right. So Zion, you, me, and AR with MJ production and Katashi Films or Aztec Flow on the video.
It's gonna be the Aussie one train.
What would you do for the video? I know that you asked this because he's in the room. What would you do for the video? I'm
Shit.
curious.
Oh god, you put me on the spot. We
Just
do.
pitching it to me live.
Yeah.
No. We do something like the Shadowbox in Fourth Chamber video.
Ooh.
Like just like some war shit. Like
Yeah,
I love that video. Like that video together, I guess. But to something like that.
Actually, that reminds me. What type of song? What style of song? Would
Oh, pure like the gritty, just boom bap
bap?
shit. Like genuinely, like some Wu-Tang shit.
Oh,
like,
fire.
genuinely.
Fire.
Or like some early Brockhampton maybe. Just like something kind of all over the place. But
Yeah.
something that just everyone's just gonna just love. Then listen to the lyrics. I want to hear everyone the best game. But yes,
Okay, dope. Well, let's see if that happens.
we're trying our best.
Yeah, we'll definitely work that one out. All right, couple more questions. So, what is a personal moment that stands out to you that has impacted your music in a certain way?
God, it could just be simply seeing Kieran, being at that party with Kieran. So I told you this. I don't know if I told you this on camera. So first time I really ever met Kieran properly. We've met a few times beforehand. We were at this party. A person at high school has this property up Mangrove Mountains near where we are right now.
Yeah.
He was at a party, and instead of like drinking to do anything, we sat in my car for 3 hours listening to music. And we come out of it, he's like got this song for a bunch of people who are making music at the time. He was just like, we should do something like this. So that kind of got me here, and then everything with Kieran.
That's fine.
So that's the main one. But I'll also chuck in the Johnny from the Burbs Discord sessions in 2021 because like that was the first time I ever like realized I could be in the Sydney scene, and then that kind of grew from there.
No, for sure.
Those two. Yeah.
Do you remember what music you guys were listening to, or was it just like?
Oh, it was Kieran's horrible trap metal phase. Sorry, it was like, it's not horrible, but like, it wasn't my type of music. It was like Scarlord and like shit. But like, there was some common ground. Like, that was like prime SoundCloud trap.
Of course.
We're connecting over that.
What year was this?
2019.
Okay.
It would have been like the tail end of the trap kind of era when it was like peak. But yeah, that was a very special moment.
No, that's a dope moment. It's always the most unassuming moments.
Yeah, exactly.
That you think, and then that leads into multiple years of working on music and the connections that you guys have made and.
Well, I'll say I piggybacked off a lot of Luda connections. Easy. Bro met everyone I know.
Fair. But yeah.
Nah,
dope. Love that. Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
No worries.
Shout out to Jay Dilla coming out. Oh, is now out. Should I say?
Yes,
Good to
check it
remember.
out now.
What else is happening in your life or at this moment in time? And what's coming out? What should people go back and check out?
J Dill out now, obviously. New single, me rapping, because I realised this year I didn't have any like proper rap songs other than Bliss. And I guess how I'm feeling. Then next year, Flight Academy, pretty much.
Nice.
Collective, and Comar, Bart Excel, Young Pilot, who needs to start releasing more music. Luna and Ishi, we're all going to do some project together.
Yeah, nice.
So we got that planned out, and then I'll probably do some solo music. A lot of features I think are coming out next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Got stuff with Guana C, got stuff with Francisco Morto, Aiden. I'm just gonna rat them out just so they put that stuff out.
No, for sure.
Flaco Blanco too, obviously.
Of course.
Otherwise, I don't know. We'll see. I want to put more albums out because I did a lot of singles this year.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, get another body of work coming.
yes, I think that's in the books. I've started recording stuff. Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
No,
I've got a lot
sure.
of stuff coming.
For sure, I gotta get my Comar feature.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. I want to be on a Ruu project. Hell yeah. I've been waiting.
Hey, look. We in the studio right now. What's that?
Kieran like, nah, get out
Kieran's
of
like,
here.
nah.
Fuck out my house.
Bro,
Get out of my house.
Bro, I got sun on like at 7 a.m. probably. Or some shit.
No, I want 2 hours though.
Okay.
No, fair enough. Well, anyway, thank you so much
No
for
worries.
coming. I am Ruu, aka the Culture Black Kid. This is Comar. Go stream J Dilla out right now.
Yes.
And we'll catch you next time. We out. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Now take the chicken tenders and get out.
That's Kieran right now. Thank you very
Sounds
much.
exactly like me, bro.